Today I thought I'd do a video on creation, why we are the centre of the universe. I found this shirt in my drawer yesterday. I thought, oh, okay, I found a video coming on. So here we go. What is creation? What is the universe? Well, it all boils down to a black hole that could be almost nothing. We are created from nothing. A black hole. What is a black hole? Why is it black? Well, they only call it a black hole because they see things up there at night. I'm not even sure if they even see them. It's all theory. But it's actual reality, because 2 and 2 equals 4. That's what they've done. You could, maybe there's no scientific evidence, but it's all theory. This is what theoretical physicists do. And when I went on in search of how the flat earth system worked, it's what I came across. And I've got the whole system now. That we are created from the black hole. And what's in the black hole? The sun. The sun is spinning around on the inside edge of the black hole. It's a voltage. So what has created us is basically what we do out here in our physical world. Like a voltage, a big voltage, what do you get? You get this big magnetic field around it. Well, that's what the black hole is. It's a magnetic field. And the sun's in there. So it's gone boof. So it looks like the atom. And we're inside this magnetic field. It's the donut all around the sun. So we're inside the flux. In our world, we're inverted to creation. So instead of being trying to get through the flux, the magnetic force, we're inside it. We can't get out. In the black hole, we're fractals of Earth. As humans, we're fractals of this whole system. So we go in to conscious state. That's your mind. You get images in your mind. You can dream. Well, what are these images? What are they plastered against? What are they projected onto? It's the same thing. Everything is a projection out here. It all comes from in here, and we don't see it. We know the donut's physical. The centre of the donut's not physical, is it? Well, we're in the physical realm. We do not see the non-physical. These all appear to be physical, but they're not. They're non-physical. But we can see them due to their phasing. Phase in and out. So Earth is created from the black hole. Black hole. So, anyway, it spins. The black hole spins, and the sun spins around in it. And that's the because it's on the inner face that it spins around. The sun is actually facing back towards the centre of the black hole. So daylight is across the black hole out into our realm. As the sun turns, it's like this. It's on an axis point, but it turns. So that's our daily 24 hours, one 360 rotation. So the sun's in there, and this is why all our celestial bodies are just disks, because the sun is the proton, or the positive. Planets and the moon are classed as electrons, or the negative, on the negative side. They're always facing each other. Opposite polarities have to face each other, don't they? It can't turn. How can it turn against its polarity? It'll be a what's the word? Counter force. No, not counter force. Same force anyway, same. So anyway, the magnetic attraction has to stay like that. So the sun turns, and this is how it all works. So when the sun is at new moon, it's come right up to the face of the sun and disappeared because it's waned away. It's disappeared. You can't see it. No shadowing anywhere. It's rubbish. And when it comes out, the sun moves off it, and then the moon starts coming out, waxing again as it spirals all the way down the pyramid, because it's pyramid shaped, spirals all the way down across all the planets to full moon down here. By the time it's full moon, the sun is turned this way. That's the back of your hand. So now, it looks like the moon's up here, but the moon's actually down here. That's full moon. And we're in the centre of the hole. Because we're in the centre of the hole and everything's projected out around us, we see the back of the sun, which is the Milky Way, and the face of the full moon. Like this. Now, eventually, the sun starts turning again. The moon's moving off as well. The sun moves ahead of the moon, slightly quicker than the moon. The sun is quicker than everything. It's right at the centre of the universe, that's why. And that's the way it is. The moon spirals up to new moon, spirals down to full moon. And I guess all the planets must be just inside the moon, because the moon spirals around them all. So the only time you get a solar eclipse is when one of the planets has come around. It's come between the moon and the sun. That's where you get the solar eclipse. This is the stuff that science tells you. It's rubbish. Earth's flat and this is how it all works. It's a black hole. The black hole spin. There's only one rotation, one spin. It can't reverse. So how can things go in different directions? They all go in that one direction. It's all seen from us down here in different positions because you've got it's a magnetic vortex. Starts off and spins up into the sun. And down there are the planets. But it's so minute. But it's all holographically projected out into our realm. Magnified. So you've got the elliptics, there's a magnetic spiral going up. That's the elliptics. The sun follows the elliptic angles. Inside here, the magnetic fields. As the season changes, 23.5 there. Equilibrium, equinox, 23.5 down there. And it's this variance you get in the sun's movement is where you get the 4 minutes a day variation in the moon and the planet stars, background stars. It's just what you see. This is what you're getting. It's the movement of the sun. And those stars go all the way around, 4 minutes a day, make up over 360 degrees, one full day at the end of the year. Back to the beginning again. That's 1 year. So the moon goes all the way down half a month, comes all the way back up for the other half of the month. Works just like the female uterus lining. Forms the uterus lining over the first part of the month. Then it dissolves if the woman's not pregnant. The moon's regarded as her mother. The sun regarded as her father. The father, but not necessarily. The father is creation and the sun is in creation. So you got the father as the creator, the black hole. Then you have the sun. So you have the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is the magic that comes out of it, and that's basically us. We've come out of it. We are the magic that's come out of the black hole. Yeah. It's like dreaming. That's what it is. We're fractals of. We're fractals of the sun, fractals of light. We're light beings. You know, when I'm talking about these two faces, you've seen the two faces in alchemy. There's always two faces. Double-sided eagle head or stuff. Two faces, because they're facing each other. It's the sun and the moon. Because they've got positive here and negative there. But remember, the black hole is between them. So the sun is always shining across the black hole. Amplification. The black hole is an amplifier. Amplifies everything. This is what magnetic fields are all about. Amplification. Why do you think they have these magnetic fields and megaphones and microphones and all that sort of thing? It's all to do with amplification. Frequencies. Converting sound to frequency or frequencies to sound. All that sort of thing, because everything's based on frequencies. It's all frequencies in here. Even this trumpet shaped here. Whatever, rest of it. Dome up here, spherical thing, whatever. But basically, this is where we're locked in here. We're locked in here. atmospheric layers. 7 of them. We're all taught there's only 4, aren't we? I started my videos when I first started doing them about the moon. 4 layers. Well, that just doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. There's 7. So I started making videos about 7. Because I know it's 7, because you need 7 to make up the white light of the sun. It's all based on frequencies, and we have our light spectrum, and it all adds up to be white light at the top. You're looking through the frequencies. We don't see all the colours, of course. We don't see the frequencies, but there's the bright white light that makes, it's the 7, and it's sitting on top of the atmosphere, the layers, 7 layers, and that's Jesus walking on water, isn't it? Jesus is the sun. I wanted to go into there though, right now, but there you have the firmament. Water separated from the waters. 7 layers. Even Pluto mentions that. Plato, sorry. So, you know, the Bible separated the waters from the waters. And then there's the sea down here, and God walked on water. Jesus walked on water, you got that. So it's all about, it's about us. We're the centre of the universe. Everything is seen all around us. We see the celestial bodies go like this around us. We don't see them go right around us because they go, we call them going down on our horizon, but you can't see them going further than that because you've got daylight on that side. You only see one side at night, the rest is daylight. It's just the way it works. So you have to imagine being inside the black hole looking out. And the elliptic angles, you know, it could be tilted this way, or it could be tilted up that way, because this tilt goes around over the air, spins up, spins down. This is the variance in the seasons. The sun going up and down like this, planets go up and down like that maybe. Got background stars, you got the sun on the centre, you got the moon, then you got the sun spinning, turning. You've got the Milky Way, and you've got the background stars. There's 3 there. They're all doing their thing. In the Milky Way. The sun is tucked into the Milky Way. That's the sun, turning like that. So now you're seeing the back of the sun, which is the Milky Way. It sits vertically up in here. 24/7 like that. When you get your full moon, it's looking at the Milky Way. And we're in the middle, we can see the back of the sun, we see the Milky Way, and we see the full moon. We're always looking out. Outward show. All projections. So, what have we got here? Central bodies move around us. Inward show, fractals of light, we're fractals of light, fractal of earth. Our brain is the same shape as the magnetic field that works across the earth here. You've all been misled when it comes to magnets. You're all taught this. Let's say south or north south, whatever. You all think it goes like this. You're all led to believe it does that. So you think it does that all the way around your spinning ball. When in actual fact it goes like this. It's like that. It's a 2-atom system. I mean the atom system. Science just thinks it goes straight across like that. They've missed this gap here. All magnets work like this. Ring magnets, bar magnets. That would probably be a Nobel Prize if I was a scientist, full of garbage. It's easily proved. Get a magnet, find it out yourself. Use a little fine needle. So the focal point, proton's ejection. Yes, the sun's projected out here. Even though it turns like this, it's in many places. It's not an object. It's out there in many places. In religion it says the sun is in many places but only seen in one. Because our eyes, our black holes here, are tuned to the black hole back here. The same frequencies. We're tuned to it. So we'll see the sun, focal point of the sun. Everybody sees their own sun. Because it's always out here during the day. It's out there. Nothing is physical, really. Nothing is physical in our realm. Only due to our five senses we assume everything is physical. The elliptic plane is the tilting magnetic spiral in the vortex, because there's a turning vortex up there. To spiral a vortex, it has to spiral up or down, doesn't it? That's where you get your elliptic planes from. But it's a magnetic field, so it does level out at the equinox before it starts going up like this. You get the sun pointing up this way, directly centre of the equator in the northern summer. The sun is pointing up that way, otherwise you'd start frying everybody in the north, wouldn't you? And in the summer it's pointed right out there to 45 degrees southern summer as it turns slowly, but drifting up slowly over the year. Is that the 4 minutes a day too? 4 minutes a day? Drifting? Maybe not. So that's the seasonal change. 4 minutes a day in the sun, between the sun and the background stars. That's because of the movement. It's just the way you see everything. It comes around first because of the movement of the sun, because everything's turning that way and it's going this way. Everything's an overlay. Egyptians talk about that in Abydos Seti 1. Overlays. Well, they don't actually, they just show it in the hieroglyphs. The overlaid hieroglyphs. You understand that? And what is God? What is God? God is good. Everything good is to do with God, because this is what we're supposed to aim for. Everything being good. You glow when everything is good. You have anything evil or bad in your system, you're just destroying it. You're creating cancer. Even your DNA shrinks with evilness and bitterness. So it all has to be good. It's all good. This is why the people who rule your world are creating havoc all the time, 24/7 on the news, blowing up people, always fear. Like last month, what is it? A Chinese satellite's going to crash on you. They can't even get up there, but they're going to tell you there's a satellite coming, it's going to crash on you. It's all about fear, scaremongering. Because the more fear you're in, the less likely you're going to get in there and get this God thing going and start seeing the truth. Because that's what it's all about. It's a journey, and it's like a game, creation, being born into this physical world. We've come from the non-physical, we come in as physical, go back out non-physical, come back in physical. The stars and all that up there we see are the celestial bodies, the planets and that, are non-physical, but they phase physical, they appear to be physical, we see, and phase back out. So they're sort of doing the opposite. The non-physical forming a skin, showing themselves as physical, going in and out of phasing. We come out from non-physical, turn physical, go out non-physical, come in. This is reincarnation. Lost what I was talking about then. Anyway, you got celestial navigation here that proves Earth 100%. Yet you still get these guys coming online and laughing at it because they don't understand it. There's no way that this can show that you are on a spinning ball the way I've explained it. Check out that video. They know that it's all computerized. More than 50 celestial bodies, their exact positions on Earth every minute of the day. So if you're just wandering along with GPS, you'll be pinging off towers on Earth, and they'll be giving you a position. And that position will be on the grid. And this is a grid here. They know the grid, they know everything on the grid because of the ground positions of the celestial bodies. It forms the grid. So, if you've got at least 50 known ancestral bodies down here telling you where they are every minute of the day, it's easy to fill in the rest of the grid as to where you will be. You get pinged on a triangulation, three towers or something, or 4 or 5 or whatever. It'll give you a spot, and because they have all their readings, they know exactly where all these are, they'll know exactly where you are on the flat plane. It's that simple. And yet these science wannabes come on my site and laugh because they don't understand that. It's such a simple thing, and they don't even get that. So, right, spinning balls say it can only be a sphere. Yeah, right. So we've done everything on my list over there. Spiral vortex. Yeah, so we're from the centre of the black hole. Just remember that. It's like a voltage, bang, magnetic field, boom. And we're inside that magnetic field, a flat plane of inertia. And like in all magnetism, you have a north and a south. So Earth, the half of Earth is negative. We dwell on this half up here, the positive. But we're probably in the middle here, in a neutral zone. That's the godly zone, the third entity in the Trinity, holy, what do they call it? Whatever I said before, can't remember. Yeah, and so the game is all about coming into this world physical and seeking the truth. You have to wake up to the spiritual world. This is the connection, the dual system coming into singularity. So this is your second awakening, your spiritual birth. This was the virgin birth, because there's no physical birth involved, no woman involved, except for the female, the moon, and it's all about the magnetic fields of all the celestial bodies. So it's the magnetic field, the full moon. This is what all religions are all about, the full moon after a solar eclipse. Solar eclipse, then the full moon. The strongest magnetic field is the full moon and the Earth at equilibrium, equinox. And between 3 and 3:30 in the morning, that's the Trinity. Equinox, full moon, 3 to 3:30 in the morning, bang. That's what all religion's all about, that one divine event. And it's all talking about, I've got my flat earth drawing, but this spot, this tropic region around here represents the ecliptic, the center, equinox, everything's equal. That's the divine spot there. That circle, that's Isis. All the Egyptian myths are all about this spot here. Horus being north, the horizon all around you. It's about the sun on the horizon of the black hole, because Horus is in the north, yeah, the horizon of the black hole. There's Isis, Iris, the iris of your eye. Out here is Set, Seth and Set, south, September, because the big one's all about the September equinox, not just March, mainly the September equinox. That's when the moon goes furthest north. Why it's just September here, I'm not sure, but it just seems to work. That's the main entity, the main occurrence is the September equinox, spring equinox. And it correlates with the floods of Egypt too at that time, I think. Yeah. So this is a story about Isis coming in, the 3 wise men, the Orion's belt. The same thing, comes in and leaves by another route, goes west, comes from the east, leaves by another route, goes west. It's about that time of the year, all about that time of the year, springtime, new growth and all that sort of thing. Corn, it's all associated with the Eye of Ra too, the Eye of Ra. The shape of the Eye of Ra is like the magnetic field on a bar magnet. The flux, the Eye of Ra, and that spiral coming off there. probably represents the 45 degree of the sun or the elliptic angle. I think it's more like 42 degrees. That's to do with light spectrum, the sun. But yeah, that's it really. Pretty mind blowing for the average guy. So we've come from nothing. It could be nothing. We're created from nothing because it's all in the mind. And like I said, it's like dreaming. It's like a dream, but that's the way it is. We are the center of the universe. We're the center of meridian. We're the center of zenith. It's about us, and we're all looking out. So it all adds up. If you think of it like that, you understand all the celestial bodies, what they're doing, why they're like that. So you have to imagine what's going on back in here, and then you're getting the projection out here. So you've got the sun and the moon. You'll have the moon further out and the sun here, wouldn't you? So understanding the motion of the moon coming down around the pyramid, it's all spelled out in Egypt. The ancient Egyptians have left it all there for us. And you'll find in the celestial dome, out in the southern field, you've got this dome here, this arc, concave, it's a reflection of this. So that's our sphere we're in. And because we're fractals, you're going to bring it all back down to here like that. Just like we've come out of there, we could all go back into there. But we all have our little arc of horizon, no matter where you are around the earth. There's your arc of horizon. Everything's projected back down onto there. Where was I going?